So, I've been really pumping out the hours in Delta Force lately, trying to get acquainted with as many weapons as I can, and just really making sure I don't turn this into another M4A1 parade every time I play Delta Force. And in doing so, I've come around to trying out this absolute chungus of a weapon, the M250 light machine gun. Now, out of the gate, this thing is pretty unwieldy, sporting a recoil pattern that would make a stockless Beretta 50 cal blush. But as you can see, with the build that I have for it here, this changes things pretty quickly. And let me tell you guys, this thing becomes an absolute machine. Let's jump into the game and give this thing a run for its money. And well, here we are, guys, in our game for the day, playing AMD mode on Shafted. Without a doubt, my least favorite map in Delta Force right now. The namesake of the map, Shafted. Very fitting, because it's exactly how you're going to feel after you spend more than 10 minutes on this map. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're going to make the most of it, and at least we're on the attacking side. I do prefer attacking on basically every map in Delta Force right now. There's just something about how the maps are laid out and how they're balanced right now that makes defending for me feel extremely boring. At least playing an attack on this map is the happy medium, if you catch my drift. But no, let's talk about the star of the show for this video, guys. The M250, this big hulking LMG that I'll be honest, wasn't really on my bucket list of things to really sink my teeth into and try in the game when it came out. I was like, oh yeah, a new LMG coming to the game, that's kind of cool. We did need more of them. I'll get around to it when I get around to it. And I will be honest, I am so pleasantly surprised and so grateful I finally got around to giving it a go, because this thing fucks in every meaning of the word. What a Giga Chad with his shotgun. But yeah, this LMG is nothing short of a badass. Now, there's a few reasons for that. For one, and look, it's not related to the performance of the gun or anything like that, but it is important in my view. The sound of it, and the sound this thing makes when it's shooting alone, is nothing short of intoxicating. I mean, you guys have heard it already, but just listen to this. I mean, listen to that sound effect, man. I honestly think this is my favorite. It just sounds weighty, meaty, so good. Ow! Well, you know what's meatier than an LMG firing what seems to be 50 BMG rounds? Yeah, an RPG. Fantastic. Anyway, nonetheless, point being, big MG go brr, big MG make big noise that make big caveman brain do the happy chemical, right? Or everything you'd come to expect, really. Weight and sense of feeling on the weapon aside, performance is obviously not something this thing sleeps on either, because it is also just straight up incredible. And the reason for that being is predominantly in the weapon's damage profile. Out of the gate, this thing has a maximum damage, well, the build I'm using right now, sorry, has a maximum damage range of 45 meters, which in Delta Force is actually pretty solid. That's actually, I think, above average when compared to a lot of the arsenal in the game right now. Within that maximum damage range, this is a weapon that is capable of securing a 3-shot kill on a target when you hit body shots, and a 2-shot kill on a target when you hit headshots. For context, that is very much in line with what a DMR would typically be able to achieve. So, yeah, you basically have a full auto DMR-esque weapon from its damage output, already very impressive. Now, typically, in a lot of first-person shooter games, the balancing act for a weapon of that kind of damage profile is to give it a high recoil pattern. But we have to remember that we're playing Delta Force here, guys. So, take this game's customization system, take a weapon that has extremely high damage per shot, and combine the two, and you get a laser beam weapon with the ability of scoring DMR level damage at full auto fire rates. It is a combination that must not be slept on at any given time in this game, because then you can do stuff like this. And it also does a really good job of illustrating the next point I'm going to raise here, yeah? Being a high damage model, low recoil, and then most importantly, a 75 round mag to boot. Now, by default, this weapon has a 125 round mag, so I've actually taken a sacrifice in this build here to give a little bit of mobility and a little bit of the handling back to the weapon, because once you throw all of the, you know, recoil mitigation attachments on there, it does get very sluggish. Like, I'd say even slothish at some point, right? There's a guy right on the other side here, and he's being a big pain. Someone please kill him. Thank you. He was a pain in the ass, that guy. Yeah, so I've taken a 75 round mag on this thing just to give some handling back to it, make it a little bit more responsive than what it would be with the 125 rounds on there. Just make it a little bit more aggressively capable, because otherwise, yeah, if you aren't just sitting around camping and ratting it out with this thing, you're gonna feel like you're not getting your sight to picture. But even with that 50 rounds per magazine sacrifice that you make with the gun here, and you go down to 75 rounds comparatively speaking, that sees you operating on a magazine efficiency, or a potential magazine efficiency, of anywhere between 25 and 37 kills per reload. That is unheard of in Delta Force, and in all honesty is an insane benefit to have in Delta Force, because, you know, this is a game where it jams a lot of targets in very confined spaces in short periods of time. Having all of the rounds that you can possibly muster and the ability to score as many kills as you can possibly muster when you need to without needing the downtime of a reload is undeniably impressive. And it does just mean that you can just sort of sit in corners, sit in choke points, hold the left mouse button down and go to absolute work and just watch as targets drop around you. It is it's so much fun. It is some of the most fun I've had in Delta Force so far. Is it balanced? I'm real with you, probably not. This thing is a little broken, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I kinda also don't care because it's so much fun. No, in all seriousness, this should probably get a nerf at some point, and I don't say that out of the basis that only I should use this and nobody else. See if I can out-deep. Oh, stop it. Just stop it. Yeah, nah, no chance, dude. I've got a head glitch, you don't. Oh, hang on, you want to get on that turret? That's cute. Did I miss the turret? I missed the turret. Alright, Cam. I think another one of the reasons why I actually adore this weapon and everything it brings to the table is that it very much feels similar to me to a weapon I used to use in a game called PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2 being the game I sort of really mained a lot back in the day. Like, if you got, a lot of you guys might have been on the channel, probably have been following my channel since the PlanetSide 2 days. And maybe some of you guys play PlanetSide 2 and weren't, you know, following my channel back in the day then. There was a gun in PlanetSide 2 called the NC6 Gossaw. It was the default light machine gun available to the new conglomerate faction, and it was the heaviest hitting light machine gun in the entire game. It was a slow firing, heavy hitting unit of a thing that also carried an insane magazine economy, and then as soon as you start getting headshots, that only improved further. This is very much that again, but in Delta Force, which is probably why I love the gun so much, and why I am probably going to start making this one of my favorite guns in the game. Because it just feels like I'm back home in PlanetSide, to be honest with you guys. Back with that beautiful LMG. Oh, that poor sweet summer child. Also, he is extremely lucky I ran out of ammo then. Ballsy smoke grenade. We're gonna run that through here. They are definitely rezzing. Yep. Hello. Someone else is rocking the M250 down there. Oh my god, we actually made that flank work. That was kind of sick. Of course, there's someone watching it. Okay. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. We kind of really screwed the pooch on that one there, I'll be honest. Long and short of it, big gun, make big caveman brain go brrr. And I am, you'll never catch me complaining about being able to use something like this. But yeah, speaking of PlanetSide, I am of the understanding that they've actually released a public test server update, of which contains the new facility type. Wild to me that game is still getting love, despite the fact that the update that came before it was the fishing update. I'm still shocked that even is a thing. Apparently there is another update pushing to PlanetSide that almost makes me kind of curious to check it out again. You know, no matter how many times I vie that I am done with the game and that you'll never see me playing it again, it is unfortunately the train wreck that I can't look away from. I've always got to go back and check it out for whatever reason. I guess when you spend 12 years on a singular game, covering it, you know, enjoying it for the most part, all that fun stuff, you do eventually, like, you do sort of catch yourself going, nah, I've just got to go have another look, you know? So yeah, maybe we'll do a video on PlanetSide 2 shortly as well, and sort of talk about the new assault facility type and what they're working on there. Something that, you know, challenges the status quo of the game, because right now the PlanetSide status quo is not great. Not great at all. Oh, there's no cover here. There's barely any cover here too, but we'll make it work! Oh my god, yeah, there was no winning that. Speaking of content as well, I guess, Delta Force has been out for, I want to say, maybe like just a bit less than a month now, I think, right? Like we've had this open beta for, I think it came out early December. So yeah, just a little bit less than a month now. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm kind of hoping we get some new maps soon. Don't get me wrong, the current offering is not all terrible. This is, without a doubt, the worst map of the bunch. It just feels like bootleg Operation Metro or Operation Locker and then done worse. But I do kind of hope we start to see some new maps soon. The map offering in the game right now is, it's not getting boring, I'll say, but it's definitely getting stale in a sense. I have overextended something fierce. Guy made the mistake of pushing me with no HP, but then he hit me with a G17. You know what? Respect to that guy. Yeah, the current offering of the game's map selection is getting stale. I'm not bored with it yet, but it does start to feel like, oh yeah, like, you know, there's not a whole lot I can do on this map anymore that, you know, is new and exciting. Yeah, I guess I was always a little bit worried that the Delta Force map offering on day one would be a little weak. And that, you know, like the maps would, like, because the game launched with, what, 5 maps, right? The maps had to be standouts. They had to be really good to hold the community attention for, you know, as long as they needed to before they started releasing new content. And I fear that we're not quite at that level of standard with the maps to cover them for the duration that they need while they, you know, get the next batch or the next one out. It's going to take a little while for us to get to a point where the map offering in the game does feel strong enough, I think, to not feel stale over the long run, but hopefully that gets adjusted in due time. I'm with you guys. We kind of got to this stage of the game. We sort of got one of the objectives on B squared away and sorted, and then we just lost all of the momentum we were carrying immediately. This enemy team put on a really good defense. Good on them. GG's to them. Certainly can't win them all in this game, and this is an example of a really hard-fought battle. So no, if there's a game I'm happy to lose, it's definitely this one. Poor guy. And there it is. Honestly, not a bad effort from the team. 69 kills, nice, and 19 deaths. You know what? A 3 KD there, give or take. I will take it, ladies and gentlemen. So that is going to be it for this one, guys. I will admit, the M250, if you're not trying it already, do it. You're doing yourself a disservice by not playing with this thing right now. So yeah, get the M250 unlocked, get it upgraded, and give it a whirl yourself, because I promise you will not be disappointed. This video is going to be coming out on Christmas Eve, so I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, guys, and I hope you will have a fantastic holiday period with yourself and your loved ones with whatever you've got planned. And I look forward to bringing you guys some more content very, very soon. But until the next time, guys, peace out, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.